the Gilgamesh Project. And Yuval Noah Harari openly speaks about the Gilgamesh Project. So for anybody out there that doesn't know that what you just said is very profoundly true, that's 2 points for you. Because
Thank you, brother. That's a heavy duty 2 points coming from you, brother, because you are a heavyweight in this game for sure. I'm actually stunned that you're here even on my show, to be quite honest with you. But anyway, reality. Yeah.
So I just want to say, so what you're saying, although the first statement you made about the immune system sounds crazy. It has a name. It's called the Gilgamesh Project. It is being spoken of. You are correct. Yes. Now let's go to the currency thing for a second.
Right.
We look at, sorry, go for it.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
If you look at the U.S. debt clock, and I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
And you look at the price of gold, if it were accurate. So there's a dollars to gold ratio. Okay. And if that ratio hadn't been manipulated, we'd be looking at $10,472 an ounce. Another way to look at it is if you look at the St. Louis Fed, don't know how accurate this is, but they track the amount of currency in circulation. You'll notice it's just insanity since Biden took over. So there's no way to return to the current currency system. It's not possible. So I am not friends with President Trump. I also respect him, and I would love to be friends with him, but I'm not. I don't know him. And I know Eric very well. I do not know President Donald J. Trump, although I would love to know him. But this is Steve Bannon speaking at CPAC, and I think he blew everyone's mind when he said we need to get off the Fed. So I'm going to play just a brief little clip here.
The biggest scam they have, the biggest con, is not just the appropriations process and how they fund it. It's the Federal Reserve.
Okay, so he just said this at CPAC this past week. So to your point, I believe the only possible scenario to win would be to create an alternative currency system.
Yeah, absolutely. But, the fact that they've been manipulating XRP at will, it was the number 2 coin for the longest time. And Ethereum was the number 3 coin. And the fact that they're literally making these things shiny that don't do really nothing, don't have no functionality, no utility whatsoever. Getting to your point, the Federal Reserve, the IRS, and the Treasury, as far as I'm concerned, according to Richard Citizen Journalist, they're shut down. There's nobody home. I had what's his name on my show not too long ago, David Straight, and he basically said that there were buses that just literally lined up at the Treasury, dozens and dozens of police cars, and there were people held off in handcuffs because the books didn't match. You go down there, you see that these buildings are shut down. There's nobody operating them. So what is really going on? I mean, we're in a movie that we're looking at it really, really closely, and we're having a hard time to try and speculate what's really going on.
And I don't know, all I could say is I don't know what you're saying is not true. And I also don't say that. I'm also saying that I don't know that what you're saying is true. And I'm not a double-minded man. I'm just saying I can only report to facts that I know. So I do know the plan is to connect your immune system to a network. It's called Operation Gilgamesh. I know that's a fact. I know that there's probably no other show that talks about that. So if you want to watch those videos, folks, just go to rumble.com and search for Thrive Time Show. But I do know that the Federal Reserve is not fixable as it is currently constructed. It's not federal and there is no reserve.
Right.
And I could go on and on about it. And so Steve Bannon talking about it at CPAC would be another 2 points for you.
Right.
Because Steve Bannon talked about it. And that's pretty, how many politicians other than like Ron Paul, have talked about the corruption of the Federal Reserve. I mean, you're talking about like Creature of Jekyll Island. You're kind of getting into a level of truth that usually you don't see people in the political sphere get into.